Welcome to campus. Woo! I'm just having my pre-study day breakfast with her. Oh yes.
Do you want chili and this, I think, hoisin sauce?
Chili is a no. Hoisin sauce is a yes.
Yeah.
Wow. So guys, this is a turnip cake, or like carrot cake, but with no carrot in it. It's like not what you think of when you think of carrot cake. I'm very intrigued to try it. And then we're gonna have a study day at the social sciences library. Wow. Someone's cycling along. Kind of affects.
And then maybe it was bigger back then and they kind of like...
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah. Close it up.
Yeah. Wow, real university buildings. So beautiful. There's a Minervan. Amazing. I have no idea how we get in. Here we are. Let's go study. This is very nice. So beautiful. I love the lighting. Such a nice spot. Me and her are now going to cycle home, and I have 2 classes, but I'm going to take them from rest. So if you've been following me for a while, you would know that one of my biggest values in life is my physical and mental health. Like, I just really care about my body and wanting to be as healthy as possible. Obviously within reason, like, you know, you have the odd late night and like eat a range of food and all of this stuff. But one of the things I always try and do is stay hydrated. And that means drinking enough water. And last semester I had such an issue because the tap water in Argentina isn't drinkable. And suddenly, just to stay hydrated, I would have to buy these big plastic bottles of water, which I hate doing because it's so annoying. Like, you always have to check how much water you have left, but most of all, it's so unsustainable. You use so much plastic. It's just generally bad for the environment, and I wasn't there for long enough to invest in a water filter. And then I found out that Taipei also doesn't have drinkable tap water, and I was like, oh my god, okay, I don't want to do this again. I need a solution. Guys, there is this incredible company called Lark. They make gorgeous aesthetic water bottles that self-clean and purify water. They changed my life. I have 2 of them. I have this gorgeous filter one, and I also have this LED cap self-cleaning purifying bottle. But I left it at my friend's house, so here's what it looks like. You'll probably see it throughout the vlog. And this video is so kindly sponsored by Lark. I've been using their bottles now for a few months. So this one has a built-in nano zero filter, which sounds so fancy. It removes all the harmful pollutants like heavy metal, lead, chlorine, particulates, and it's double wall insulated so it keeps drinks cold or hot. Also, it's just satisfying to drink from because look, you just pop this up and you just sip from it. It's great. I'm such a fan. And then my pink Pure Viz bottle is literally the most mind-blowing thing ever because it cleans water with UV light. So you charge the cap and then you can just click it, and in 60 seconds it will shine special light into the water bottle to purify it. It's so good. It also self-cleans every 2 hours so it doesn't get all manky like other bottles. If you want to make sure you're drinking water which is purified, filtered, doesn't contain all these heavy pollutants, then I literally cannot recommend their bottles enough. I use them every day. They've saved me here in Taipei. They're so sustainable and pretty, and they're not cheap, but honestly they're so worth it. Health is wealth, my friends. Yay, so cute. Cozy evening begins. So while I wait for my laundry to be done, I'm going to upload a YouTube video and I might try and call my family if they're around. And then I have my late class in about an hour and a half. And that's my night. This messy local man has lived here for 20 years in this one area and he's giving us advice for the hike through Google Translate.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by, doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again?
Right.
Hold on, be together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone.
Temple.
Feeling is all gone. Feeling is all gone. If I could take you back to my youth and show you what I wish I knew, my will is strong.
Guys, I got back from my hike about an hour ago and I have not felt this light in such a long time. We hiked for nearly 8 hours. It was an intense hike, but between like all the pretty temples and the views of the city and just, you know, being surrounded by greenery, I feel transformed. I feel like such a heaviness has been lifted from my frame. Just the best conversations happen in nature. I feel like I bonded so much with Ha and Trang. I just feel good, I feel aligned. If you're feeling down, just go get into nature. I can't tell you enough how much it can change your whole perspective on the world. So yeah, I'm feeling incredibly grateful. I'm now going for dinner with Lara, my roommate from Berlin and Seoul. She's from Brazil, she's incredible. But yeah, this is a genuinely incredible Saturday. I have not touched work apart from YouTube work this morning. I love the start of the semester. Good morning guys. So because I am currently processing a lot of emotions and just kind of feeling a little bit low, if I'm honest, because of some of the things that I mentioned in my video where I was at home, I'm making an effort to journal either every morning or every evening and just brain dump. And I found this such a useful experience to not only process my feelings but also to track how my feelings change across the days and to see that it's not linear, like it's just a very fluctuating process, and that's okay. And I think pouring out my thoughts means that I can go through the rest of the day with a lot more clarity and less overthinking, so I do that. Hey guys, so I'm just currently in the little shower cubicle of the Beitu hot springs, and hot spring culture is a really common culture in Taiwan, and they have these public ones where you can bathe in boiling hot water, and it apparently has a lot of benefits. Like it's good for arthritis, it's good for blood flow, and we're here today, we're doing it, so yeah, I'm very intrigued. It was surprisingly cheap. It is $1, just over $1 to get in, like £1. Yeah, I'm about to get changed, but it's definitely not giving luxury. It's giving like I'm gonna go sit with some elderly people. I don't know if it's gonna be awkward. This one isn't naked, but most of them are naked. So we're easing our way in. Let's do it. How do you feel?
I am excited, a bit scared. I don't want to boil like an egg. I know that's what they suggest. But we'll see.
So cute. But did Miyazaki ever go to Taipei?
Miyazaki cites the Shihuro Miyazaki said, in my grandparents' time, it was believed that kami existed everywhere, in trees, rivers, insects, wells, anything. My generation does not believe this, but I like the idea that we should all treasure everything because spirits might exist there. And we should treasure everything because there is a kind of life to everything.
Oh, I like that. We are on our way to the area which inspired Spirited Away. We arrived, but it's so rainy. Oh wow, this is so cool. This is how they make bubble tea. Wow. Wow. So cool. Wow, this is so cool. Hi guys, so we made it to a tea house and literally the view is so incredible. You can see across the whole mountain and I kind of feel like the rain, it adds to the magic of it. Like it just seems very mysterious. So we're gonna try and find the tea house which inspired Yubaba's bathhouse. It's such a cute little place. There's like all these nice shops. I bought some earrings. I swear I could buy everything in this shop. I'm excited for tea.
tea leaf put 1/6 的 teapot. Hot water 放 tea 油 list 来.
It's not as light as I thought it would be actually.
Well, also good.
I love tea. Okay, so real talk. I just had like the most anxious afternoon in a very long time. I'm not really sure what triggered it. I'm not on my period or anything. I was just studying and I just felt such a tightness and heaviness in my chest, and suddenly it felt like any smiling to my friends or like being positive was such a lie, like such an effort, and became so exhausting to pretend I was fine. And so I was like, oh my god, okay, I need to go home. And I came home and I was just like, there's no way I can work in this state, there's no way I can function in this state. I need to process and sit with this extreme anxiety. And I'm very lucky that today I just don't have any classes in the afternoon. My studying is like relatively flexible, and I just spent the last 2 hours deeply sitting with this feeling. Fong's not in the room, so I meditated for about half an hour, and I also put on music that is kind of like like spiritual hippie music, and just like moved my body in a way that felt like I was releasing this. I didn't look at my phone or social media or talk to anyone. I just wrote and felt and breathed and wrote and felt and breathed, and it's insane how 2 hours of doing that has transformed my perspective on the world right now. I just feel so much lighter. I feel so much newer. I feel like myself again. Not to say that this anxious version of myself isn't myself, because obviously it is. Like, we all have a deflated version of ourselves which we don't like to show the world as much, but it's still us. And I'm really learning to do this. I'm really learning to listen to my anxieties and feeling so much more, and rather than pushing them away, just like making so much space for them. And the more that you accept and work through them, just the easier they are. It's like the more resistance you put up, the more you convince yourself you're fine, the more you just go about life as normal, the more you try and be productive, the more they come back harder, and the more exhausted you become faking it. So yeah, I feel very grateful for having done that today. And even though it's getting dark, I'm just gonna go for a jog just to release the final bits of this. Like, obviously it's still there a bit, my heart's a bit heavy, but yeah, I know that that'll make me feel better. Anyway, I just wanted to share. I'm sharing obviously when I've come through it. There was no way I could pick up a camera while I was in it, but I think social media just needs more realism, that you can be like, you know, high functioning, incredible, happy person, and also suffer extreme anxiety in moments and have panic attacks, and that's just fine, that's normal, that's the fluctuation of life. So if you go through that and you compare yourself to perfect people on social media who always seem to have it together, try not to do that. There's so much more human behind this 2D screen. Bye guys. A lot of my friends do this path like all the time in the evening, and it's crazy how I don't feel unsafe. What a luxury. Women and girls, we should be able to experience this everywhere at all times at night.